In the barren stretches of Rajasthan, where the sands stretch endlessly beneath a relentless sun, lies the forsaken village of Kuldhara. Once a lively settlement, it was abruptly deserted overnight, leaving only whispers and shadows. The village has become a legend, infamous for its eerie silence and the chilling tales that surround it. One summer evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the desert, a couple, Mark and Emily, embarked on a road trip through India. Captivated by the country's rich history and vibrant culture, they included Kuldhara as one of their stops. Their journey was marked by vast stretches of empty road and the occasional sight of wandering camels. As twilight settled over the desert, Raj, their experienced driver, navigated their car along a narrow, dusty path. Emily, with her camera in hand, eagerly photographed the changing hues of the desert sky. Though they had heard about Kuldhara's ghostly reputation, they dismissed it as mere folklore until their car unexpectedly broke down. The engine sputtered and coughed before finally dying with a reluctant wheeze. They found themselves stranded, with the ghostly outline of Kuldhara the only sign of civilization against the darkening sky. With no other options, they decided to walk into the village in search of help. As they approached, the village seemed to greet them with an unsettling silence. The air was still, and the only sound was the crunch of gravel underfoot. Kuldhara's once grand structures now stood as skeletal remnants of a bygone era, their walls crumbling and windows empty. The village appeared as a haunting tableau of desolation. Mark and Emily wandered through the narrow streets, their footsteps echoing in the silence. The sun had completely set, and the moon cast a ghostly light over the deserted village. Emily felt an inexplicable chill, but tried to dismiss it as they reached the center of Kuldhara, where the ruins of a large temple stood. Without warning, a soft, melodious voice began to drift through the air, singing an ancient tune. The couple froze. The voice was beautiful, yet profoundly unsettling. They looked around but saw no one. Mark, attempting to reassure Emily, suggested they continue searching for a place to rest. The singing continued, now accompanied by faint footsteps behind them. They turned, but the street remained empty. Their path led them to the abandoned temple at the village's center. Its imposing stone structure loomed like a silent sentinel over the ruins. They pushed open the heavy wooden doors, revealing a dark, empty interior. Emily, with her camera ready, stepped inside first, with Mark following close behind. The interior of the temple was even more desolate than its exterior. Dust and cobwebs clung to every surface, and the air was thick with an unsettling stillness. Emily's flashlight revealed faded murals on the walls, images of people with hollow eyes and twisted, anguished expressions. These grotesque depictions seemed almost alive in the flickering light. In the center of the room, where the floor met the walls, was an inscription in an ancient script neither of them could read. The air was heavy with a sense of sorrow and despair. A spectral figure appeared in the shadows, a woman dressed in traditional Rajasthani attire. Her face was obscured by shadows, but her eyes, dark and sorrowful, locked onto theirs. Emily clutched Mark's arm, her eyes wide with fear. Without a word, the figure turned and walked away, disappearing into the night. Mark and Emily, their hearts pounding, followed the apparition at a cautious distance. They watched in stunned silence as the figure moved towards the center of the village, where it seemed to blend into the shadows of the ruins. The couple fled Kuldhara, their car miraculously starting as they hastily drove away. They did not stop until they reached the nearest town, where they recounted their experience to the locals. The townspeople listened with knowing expressions. They explained that Kuldhara had been cursed long ago by a powerful sorcerer who had been wronged. The village's inhabitants vanished in a single night, leaving only echoes of their despair behind. Mark and Emily's experience became another chapter in the village's haunting lore. They never returned to Kuldhara, and whenever they told their story, they spoke of the chilling presence they encountered and the haunting melody that seemed to linger long after their escape.